I was diagnosed in 2018, and I was diagnosed with polymyositis. They said you need to get off of all medication and you need to get on prednisone. And they gave me a super dose of prednisone, and that started about a 6-month trip to hell and back. Just horrible side effects from the steroids. And I went to Mayo Clinic about the 5th month, and they said, yes, you have myositis, but no, we don't think it's polymyositis. We think it's IBM, and we're going to do another biopsy, confirm that. They did. They said a week later to get off of prednisone completely, stop it gradually down so you don't have those problems. But that was the best news that I could have about this disease, because I finally got off of the steroids. It was very difficult. It was a lack of information that I had, and I wanted to know everything. I wanted to know what's the best foods to eat, what's the best exercises to do, what can I do to stop this, to help this, to slow it down. And that's the only thing that they said, you can only slow it down. Talking about research, just a note on the slowing it down. Just recently, I had somebody ask me, why do you even bother to exercise if you know it's not going to help? And I said, well, it's going to slow it down. I said, yeah, but it's inevitable. So why even bother working out? I said, well, it'll make a difference for me tomorrow and maybe the next day. And what if somebody does come up with something to treat this disease and to put it into remission, and I would still have some muscle left, hopefully, if I'm slowing it down. And she said, wow, I never thought of that. And I hope you find some research that will deliver what you're doing. But it was really kind of an eye opener. I said, yeah, I'm going to keep working out and try to slow this thing down. And I'm full of hope that something somewhere along the line will come in and give us some relief and improve on the life that we still have. Yeah, jumping back to the first question, just to lead into the second question, is that my frustration is that there was such a lack of information in my area, in the doctors that I had. And I have one of 13 children, and 6 brothers, 6 sisters, third oldest, and they were all confused. Everybody was worried, trying to figure out how can we help Ken. My family, I have 4 children. My youngest is a daughter. I've got 3 boys. I have 7 grandchildren, and the grandchildren are being told, oh, Grandpa's not going to be here by next Christmas. And I hear that, I go, like, where did she get that information? There was a lack of information. There was a lack of the testings. The research is just so critical for us to gain the knowledge. And with PMA, they are the distributors of that knowledge. And that's what is so critical and so important. I believe that knowledge that is not shared is tragic. So the family, we got them off the ledge of not dying, at least not by next Christmas, hopefully. But it's difficult. There's a lot of new normals. That's how it's impacted my life as well. Things that I cannot do, that I need to accept graciously, and try to adjust. The frustration that can accompany it is terrible. I get frustrated because I can't pick something up. I get frustrated that the shaving can just slides right through my left hand because I can't squeeze it. And then you catch yourself and you say, whoa. Let's focus on what you can do, not what you can't do. Let's count our blessings, not the challenges that we have. And let's just keep doing the best we can every day, taking one day at a time. No travel. I shouldn't say no travel, but travel has gotten very difficult, not just for me because I get pushed around in a wheelchair, but for family, for my wife, for everybody else. Wow, they're doing everything. They're hauling all of the luggage, or they're pushing the wheelchair through the airports. And we just decided that, you know what, we were blessed enough to travel earlier in our career, and we didn't wait until we get to retirement to kind of explore the world. But we're done. We just decided it's too hard and too much of a hassle for everybody else. So the travel's done. My work, I used to travel border to border, coast to coast, connecting with corporations and providing our services. And I'm now resigned to special projects if they need you, but you can still come to work. So that's kind of the challenge there. Sports, no. Lifting up grandkids, nope. Still can give a hug though. Still a good hugger. That's that. Oh wow, this is near and dear to my heart. As I said earlier, if we have wisdom and we have research and we have information, but we don't get it out to the people, that is tragic. My original entry into this disease after I was diagnosed was so frustrating because I couldn't get any accurate information. Most of it was, we think this, we think that, but it was, even trying to find somebody who knew anything about it was difficult. Thank goodness for TMA. That was a milestone. But it was so, you didn't know what to do and you felt helpless. And from helpless, you go to frustrated. From frustrated, you go to like despair. And I fought that, and TMA was just so critical. The best thing we can do is get information out to newly diagnosed people so they don't go down the rabbit hole and get into this horrible darkness and feeling totally lost. So that's what I would do. That's what I want to work with TMA on, and we're making progress with it. I don't know what patients would do who don't have an organization like TMA, because this is where our hope starts. It's where it's fed. It's where we're nourished. It's where we can learn and collaborate and make friends who are doing the same thing, dealing with the same thing. And without that, it'd be a very, very dark world. My hopes for the future is that, obviously, all types of myositis will have a treatment, not a cure, but at least a treatment. The hope is that through the organizations that are out there, and again, TMA, that we would be able to make this information and help patients live the best possible life that they can with the disease that they have. And the hope is that the world would understand that this is a growing disease and it's going to impact a whole lot more people than it's done so far, and that we can get the funding to provide the research to develop the treatments that will make a difference for everybody. When I say everybody, it's not just the patients. It's your spouse, it's your children, it's your family, it's your friends, it's the community that you live in. And so it's a big population if you start adding them all up.